Good morning. So this is a diagonal east run, normal. I have done it just twice now. Figured usually I run this as prot, which makes this kind of brain dead. Slow, but brain dead. But today I figured why not try this red? Uh, well, bibbidi bobbidi boo, here we are. Now for my Mystic enchants, I am using this. Basically, Divine Storm Heal is kind of where you hold builds works around, then you get some more damage reduction with these two. Get your mana back from Seal of Command Glyph, and that's pretty much it. I haven't really looked into what is the best option from these, but for now, just these three and we're good to go. Actually, I'm gonna change something real quick. Okay. So I've been reworking my red build a little bit, which means keybind swapping. Anyway, I don't know how fast this is gonna go. I haven't timed it before, but I re-popped my seal and let's use that as the timer. No, go have some fun. Most important thing is don't use Divine Storm too early, and that's it. These are always a little bit of a nuisance since you can't pull them close together. You could see there my Divine Storm healed over 40% of my health. I mean, that is pretty ridiculous. It's not a bad thing, since in red, like, you are too squishy anyway to really. Okay, this is kind of bad, but one cooldown, and then we're fine. You will notice that once you have a single mob like this, which is practically a joke, then you can use it really well to get everything back. If you could see the end of that fight, I was quite low with my resources, but then just one mob is enough to really get it back. I really need to start using my Hand of Freedom a bit more to get out of that. Try to use Judgment as often as you can, because it is phenomenal for power regen. This is, by the way, a spot that your Dusty Tomes is at. And the books really do not sell, but I mean, you can always try to. The Kelsar is the only book that matters, and it's not a good item, But for a more casual player who, focuses on collecting things and doing dungeons on normal mode, it's a perfectly great weapon. Very easy to make once Onyxia's out, and even for somebody catching up. So that price should always remain feasible. And therefore, if you have a chance to pick up a book, go pick up a book. Now, these things really don't sell. Like, I mean, look at the price here. And I think the if you want to post them, it's like 20 gold for the postage fee. So at that point, it's just it's not worth it. These always hit a little bit harder, but and I think they put a healing debuff on you as well, but I don't know about that for sure. It might just be a little bit of a yeah bad luck combination. If you open these, sometimes she gets the Thorlings out of it, and that helps you on this boss. This boss is probably the most difficult because you can't cheese it, but other than that, it's not that big of a deal. Now, to start this boss, basically open up with your biggest cooldowns. Try to get them as low as possible for before you start using your Divine Shield. If you need a little bit more time, then you just place this one on the ground so the boss is slowed. With this one, I mean Light Hammer. That should buy you some time. Add spawn, shields. You don't, I didn't have to there. That was pretty good to go. Um, and the ads don't hurt that much. The shield is more to reset your stacks. So, yeah. Okay. You can see on these undead, if you can stun them, like the regen is just bonkers. Now, this guy in here is your little friend, because he can sell. I definitely did not die the previous run that I tried to record. You could probably sell a lot of items if they're buying on equip, but I mean, I can't really be bothered. This is more of a show and tell type of deal rather than anything else. Really do make it a habit to just finish always with the judgment, or do the judgment as often as you can. These drop Fellcloth. Is it called Fellcloth? Yeah, it is. It's pretty good in price. Afterwards, I can go to the auction hall if people are interested and just kind of show what um, general prices is, and you kind of get an idea of what one run might give you. Probably should have emptied my bags for that to be, easier to spot. But I guess if you care enough, then you can stay. Uh, yeah. I'm also not sure if it's worth to even pick up these plants. Like, some of them are used for these special recipes, and then you say, okay, well, if I get like here, for example, if I get 50 silver, if they sell, then great. But I don't know what ghost mushrooms are worth or Grump's blood. This is not here, it's upstairs. Like, for example, with the Star of Ruby, I kind of know that if they're being sold for 50 silver and the sell price, the vendor price is 33, it's just not worth to place it on the auction hall. But yeah, we'll check afterwards. You sold 50% of my health for the one. Now here it's actually kind of interesting. So do you see these little rats on the ground? That's how you make this boss even more trivial. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. No, don't you dare. Of course. Do dispel as quick as you can. So here, for example, okay, I have my Divine Storm off cooldown. I'm gonna go to the rats, use Divine Storm, and I'm full health. That's basically the trick. Now the boss starts to hit a bit more, and this is where you get a trick. You just put Repentance on them, and as long as you don't have an dot running, you have time to regen, get up, do a little bit of a wombo combo, and here we go again. If you wait even longer, you get your Hammer of Justice back. You practically cannot die through that. So just just a bit of tips and tricks, I guess. Um, One ghost mushroom here, nothing else. You can go up there to kill another boss. It's a it's not an easy boss. Like, it puts a dot on you, and the dot does more fire damage, and then you have the imp hammering on you. So here, for example, just kind of don't sweat it too much if you get low. The amount that you heal is pretty bonkers. You just have to survive. And I think I haven't tried it yet, but I think if you um sorry, two things at the same time, right? Can't. If you go a bit more tanky, you get a shield, you get some other things, then you might actually be. Oh yeah, healing reduced. There you go. Oopsie. Might pop a potion just for. Yeah, just be vigilant for that, I guess. Again, rats, you define store. Oh, fuck. I have to start attack. Hmm. Oh, I didn't use the Thornling. That was kind of funny, I guess. Probably just place them on my back. Like, I don't know that do that much damage to even care about. Oh, well, I guess every little bit might help, especially early on when you start. You should just expect that you can die because if you make a mistake, you're being a bit too greedy, you try things too fast. Just the typical growing pains. So I would not recommend to open up with Avenging Wrath. It's just not worth it. You have to get that debuff off you. So yeah, you can see that's the debuff. Time to shield it. Because I think focusing the imp is probably the best course of action. Ooh, he's immune. That's actually that explains why he didn't get stunned from. Okay, yeah. Once the elf is just there, the elf is the only one that you can kind of get away without healing. Or I think you can also just put. No, you can't put repentance. You can put repentance on it. Can't. Hmm. Pretty sure he can be stunned. That's you saw him getting interrupted, but because he had dots, it broke instantly. But just get the imp down. After that, it's a walk in the park. Oh, and there is another book here. Got nothing. Don't expect anything out of those books. I should probably check the large brilliant shark market. So right, I checked it a very long time ago, and two gold 19. I believe it's gone up a bit. And then I mean 75 silver versus an item that you just can place on the auction hall without a large cost because the vendor price is so low. It might be worth. Again, I'm not sure if it's worth to get up there, but if, for example, you get a good book, that's a 300 gold, Kelsar. Jesus, they do too much damage. I really need to find the one that puts all debuffs on you and that guy causes the misses. It's just a good lesson. Again, second, third run now, so I'm gonna walk against a lot of those growing pains. Just look at it as a really good lesson, and fortunately no deaths, but so I'll probably be able to heal up on the plants with a bit of luck. So yeah, just kind of do one side on one way and then the other side on the other way, but don't forget to talk to the big tree. There you go. Love it. I mean, the healing on a, especially if you have a lot of targets, it's so much. But that's probably also gear dependent. I'm not that well geared. I mean, well, that's actually a bit of a understatement. I do have quite good gear, but nothing that is completely out of the realm of possibilities, especially considering that most of it you will use in the next phase as well, and all of it is craftable, or at least most of it is craftable. Like for example, the Lionheart helm, it's really not that expensive to make. And these two trinkets you can both find in the open world. There's a lot of effort in the gear, but it's not difficult to get. The only, I would say, big item is then Destroyer of Worlds, but if you get Exalted with Argent Dawn, that's practically the same thing. Only the Ascended version is genuinely a big upgrade. I might have actually walked past the book there, but I don't care. Don't want to go back. So right now, 19 minutes. Pretty good. I think another 5 minutes for everything, and yeah, smooth sailing after that. I'm not too sure what is going to be the best approach to kill the last boss. I've tried a couple of, like, do I burst him through his wolf form? Can I? The tree form is the easiest because you just LOS it. But the wolf form does too much damage. You really have to kind of find something to mitigate that. And yeah, other than that, just kind of the wolf form is the thing that you have to go through. The starter form is not something you can manage, but you don't die really quickly. So, man, the server's not doing too well today, is it? Come on, you can do it, buddy. Do, 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 do. No, I think this is a crash. I'll just pause the recording. And on paused again, it came back. We are live. Alright, you probably wait until you have full power here, but I mean, I got some nice buffs running. So yeah, just kind of let yourself get a little bit lower. Then we stun, we heal a little bit, get this thing down. Just kind of keep him busy, right? You can always double stun that, and then run again. He gets stunned by Holy Wrath, so just in case. It's not really not a DPS raid this one. Like this is the thing that you can manage. Now this is annoying because right now there's nothing. I just stun him real quick. Wait until that is gone. CC. And this is where I think the best course of action is really just pump him down. So we're gonna use all our cooldowns. We got the big stun. Let yourself be a little bit lower, and now we go for it. Second stun immediately. Oh, fuck off. Okay, well, let's just assume that that's not the best course of action. We're gonna try this again. Oops. I think I have another idea. Just have to manage the cooldowns a bit better, especially with the Hammer of Justice stun. Now again, as a tank, this is completely a joke, right? He doesn't do that much damage as a wolf because his attacks are just really fast. Here, you have a lot of these items in Ascension because it's kind of odd, where disenchanting is worth it. Anyway, um, let's use the Thorling for once. Put everything up again. Start again. Okay, so now we do the stun. We do Divine Shield. We heal as much as possible. Divine Shield is about to run off. Second stun. And we CC. Okay. I think the best course of action is now we just wait a full Hammer of Justice cooldown. Um, like this is not per se that we couldn't nuke him down through this, especially with Avenging Wrath backup. But it's not necessary. How would you be able to do this with basically any gear? That's kind of the mindset we need to have. And there is no reason to ever die on this boss when you can literally CC him 100% of the time. So, Hammer of Justice is back up, and now we're gonna give it another shot. CC him longer this time. Now he is, there we go. So it is a little bit time based, but this tree is just a joke. Like the tree literally does no damage to you. So yeah, I think there's just a different way to get this done for everybody. But if you want to do it safe, all you have to do is wait your repentance. And then you DPS him for a few seconds, and oops, you're not going to do that. But you can see how like easy. Ooh, spicy. Let's not be bad for once. Yay. Okay, well, let's just assume that without the death, this would have been a what, 25-minute run. So, yeah, don't forget this book. Oh, no, the book. Come on. Uh, it's really annoying, but sometimes you get stuck in combat because something really far up aggroes with you, and then you won't be able to pick up the book. Probably pick up the book before you engage him. That's possible. This is more of a nuisance. I'm not gonna run all the way back up. It's a complete waste of time for everybody. Now let's do a little bit of gambling. No, and nope. Now, what I will do, let's just say this was the run. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I am gonna go to Orgrimmar. Oh, fuck off, I'm in combat. I love my life. If you want to do this faster, like get Calm Mojash or Feathermoon Stronghold as a uh, Stone of Retreat. So quickly gonna go to the auction hall, just have a little bit of a peek. Actually go to instance 5, it's a bit more quiet that way. Alright, so Dreamfall I'll test this morning. Purple Lotus. Yeah, like here. That makes more sense. Uh, Grom's Blood is something. Grom's Blood, but yeah, that's a very decent price. You can find quite a few Grom's Blood in there. And the living essences, are they still doing well? They're still doing well. Felcloth also still doing well. And the bags are, guaranteed like 8 gold at least. So everything combined, let's say the Felcloth, the essences, you get about 4, 5, 6 per run. Felcloth, maybe like 3-ish. Sometimes 4 if you're lucky. Plague Bloom. Yeah, it's not like again, it's not a super great farm, but it will give you like just from raw gold perspective, it's not as good. Strat is better, but it will give you some variation. Oh yeah, arcane crystals are doing really well. They were so cheap not too long ago. Oh well. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed that run.